Today we'll be reviewing the Balenciaga Alaska fur boot in the brown colorway. Right off the top, I will say sizing is a little tricky on these, but we'll get more into that later. So I'm gonna walk you through the details of the boot, talk about the size and the fit, and I'll show you how it looks on foot. And links to this will be added to the description in case you want to pick these up. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this video helpful. So these were first revealed back in December for the Fall 24 show. The theme of that runway show was like the LA celebrity lifestyle. So a lot of the items from that collection centered around that theme. So this kind of plays off like the UGG boot. Think about celebrity airport fits where they got the sweats and then throw on the UGG boots. They also show versions of this in different colors, like a dark brown, a black, a white, and a red and pink version. The red and the pink ones are the ones that had the mini heel on it. So let's start off with the unboxing. These come in a huge Balenciaga box with the Balenciaga logo written out on top, and each of these boots come in a separate dust bag. So overall, these boots are pretty heavy, especially when you compare it to something like the Croc boots or the steroid boots. It comes in this brown color, which is more of a tan, and on the inside we got the white faux fur. The silhouette of the boot is similar, if not the same, as the Alaska boots from the ski wear collection, but the Alaska boots came in a different material. On the website, it does say it's made out of a synthetic and calfskin material, but once you feel it in hand, it feels more like a suede material. This is a high boot, so it extends all the way up to the calf, and it's a pull-on, so there's no strings or laces attached to it. The original Alaska boots did have drawstrings, but this one doesn't have any. Overall, it has an exaggerated shape, so you can see that especially on like the toe box. If you look at it from the side, you can see how rounded that toe is. And also the tall opening kind of leans forward, very similar to the original Alaska boot. Looking at the front of the shoe, we have a rounded toe design. On the edge of the toe box, we have an extra material that's stitched onto the front. And like other Balenciaga boots, the toe box does curve up, which I've grown to appreciate. The upper of the shoe does have an inner shell, which kind of gives the shoe its shape. So it's a little more structured here than it is at the actual opening where there's no shell. We have the stitching that extends all the way to the back of the boot. Looking at the sides of the boot, we just got the tall opening with a stitching pattern that extends up to the top of the boot, and that's on both the outer and the inner side of the shoe. Moving on to the back of the boot, we got the Balenciaga logo, made in Italy, and your sizing all debossed in the material. Moving down to the sole, we have this thick rubber sole that adds to the weight and the height of the boot. Then on the outsole, we got this rigid pattern with the Balenciaga logo written out in this large lettering. On the inside of the shoe, it is lined with faux fur. So this is all throughout the inside of the shoe. Your foot is definitely going to be pretty warm in these, so it's probably better for the fall or the winter seasons. But I've been seeing people style these with shorts, so that's also an option. One thing I noticed about the inner lining is that it's not actually attached to the outer shell. You can slip your hand between the fur and the outer shell. I'm not too sure if the lining is removable, but I didn't want to mess with the shoe too much, so I just left it as is. In terms of comfort, I haven't really had a chance to wear them out yet. I've just been trying them around the house. So far, I will say that they're pretty comfortable. The curve at the toe box doesn't dig into your foot like the steroids or the trooper boots, so that's a plus. In terms of sizing, I'm a true to size 9.5. I usually get a 42 in Balenciaga. For these, I size down to a size 40, so I size down 2 from my typical Balenciaga size. So if you can pick these up, you may want to size down 1 to 2 sizes depending on how you want it to fit. If you want these to fit a little more fitted, I suggest sizing down 2 from your typical Balenciaga size. If you want them to have more of that oversized look, size down by 1 from your typical Balenciaga size. Just keep in mind that these will stretch out more over time as you get to wear them and break them in. I originally got these in a size 41. They felt a little too big and oversized in my opinion. As I was walking, my heel would kind of lift up out the shoe. Went in store, tried these on, and decided to size down by 2 sizes. Just for reference, I'll show y'all how it looks next to the Croc boots. So the Croc boot is a size 42 and these are a size 40, and they're around the same size. So you can see how big these boots really are. So these come in at $18.50 USD, which is not the cheapest item, but you are paying for the design, the brand name, and some of the materials that are used. Overall though, I really do love these boots. I've been waiting on them to release since I first saw them on the Fall 24 show. They have such a unique look. This design definitely stands out from your typical boot, and they go with so many pieces that I already have in my wardrobe. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Always appreciate y'all watching. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next one.